All right, the next example asks us to find the equation of a 6-degree polynomial. So this 0 looks like it could be a 2 or a 4 or a 6, probably a 2. This one looks like it could be a 3 or a 5 or a 7, probably a 3. And this one has to be a 1 multiplicity. And if we look at the smallest ones, 2, 3, and a 1, that adds up to a 6. So there's my polynomial. Y equals a times, if the x-intercept is -2, then the 0 is x plus 2, and that's to the second power. This one is at 1, so that's x minus 1. That's to the third power. This is the linear one, which is x minus 3. Again, I need to find the a value, so I need to find a piece of information that is not on the x-axis. That piece of information is this point. That is an xy coordinate, so plug in the xy and find the a. -4. Plug in a 2 for x, that gives me 4 squared. Plug a 2 in for x, that gives me a 1 cubed. Plug a 2 in for x, that gives me a -1. So that's -1 times 16, I think. Divide by -16. So a is equal to 1/4. So my polynomial is 1/4 x plus 2 squared, x minus 1 cubed, x minus 3. All right, the last thing is really just kind of a thinking type of thing, I guess. Thought question, or theorem, I guess. An nth degree polynomial has at most n minus 1 local extrema. If you remember, local extrema were things like this. This is a local minimum. This is a local maximum. This is a local minimum. This would not be either of those. Sometimes we call these local extrema turning points. That should kind of make sense. The function turns from decreasing to increasing. Function turns from increasing to decreasing. So these are also called turning points. So this theorem says if you have an nth degree polynomial, the most it could have is n minus 1 turning points. Illustrate. Illustrate a 5th degree polynomial that has the maximum number of turning points, 2 turning points, or 0 turning points, and then explain why it can't have 3 or 1. Okay, well, let's just think about this. 5th degree polynomial. So a 5th degree polynomial could have as many as 5 x-intercepts. Why? Well, remember x-intercepts were factors. Factors, if you got a 5th degree polynomial, it can only have 5 factors. So this would be the most simple case where you just linearly cross, something like that. 5 x-intercepts, 5th degree polynomial, and as you can see, that yields 4 turning points. So just in general, 5 x-intercepts will make 4 turning points. So that's the max number. Max equals 4. But apparently we can get 2 turning points also. So how would we get 2 turning points? Well, to get 2 turning points, I guess I just need the function to turn twice. So I guess it could go like this. I know more about the graphs, than you guys do. But just make a graph that just has 2 turning points. So I did a little weird thing here. Sometimes whenever you have we're gonna get into this a little bit later, but like imaginary zeros and things, you can cause some weird curvature and stuff like that. But you know what? We don't have to do any of that crap. Just make 2 turning points. Boom, boom. This could be a 5th degree polynomial with 2 turning points. 0 turning points. Just make a polynomial with 0 turning points. If you want to, you can just have it go like that. But don't remember, polynomials do have a certain look to them. They start down here. They're smooth and continuous. I can't turn and go down, but I can kind of just change my angle a little bit and kind of just like, they can look like that. So that would be 0 turning points. So why can't we have one with 3 turning points? Well, let's just make a polynomial with 3 turning points. 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns. If you notice here, a 5th degree polynomial, that's an odd degree. The end behavior should be up on one side, down on the other. Down on one side, up on the other. The end behavior needs to be alternating because it's odd. If you have 3 turning points, then if you start down, you're going to have to finish down. And a 5th degree polynomial can't start down and finish down. So that's why this is an impossibility with an odd function. I shouldn't say odd function, with an odd degree. 1 turning point, same way. If it turns once, it can't be 5th degree. It can't be a 5th degree polynomial because the end behavior is not right. So that's why these are impossible. And you can probably see how you could maybe come up with some different corollaries, some different ideas about what kinds of turning points are appropriate. Like if the max is 4, then maybe we can just have 2 less and 2 less. You can only go, or evens or, stuff like that. But I'm not going to require you to memorize any of that kind of stuff. Rather, I would expect you to just be able to understand it, think about it, and, basically just know what turning points are and know that if you have an nth degree polynomial, that the most it can have is n minus 1. Okay? All right, good luck with the assignment. Again, I'll apologize one final time for not getting through the lecture.